Good evening, my isolation reachers. Are we ready? I think we're ready. Let's do this. Hello, folksicles. Yes, it is 9 o'clock any night of the week. That's Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night. And then back to Monday, where we are again. It's a bit groundhoggy, isn't it? Hello, folks. Right, 9 till 11. I'm here, we're building, we're chatting, we're doing what we do in Isolation's Reach, which is reach out to each other in our isolation. Now, some of you are being isolated with others, some of you are alone like I am, but for the next hour and a bit at least, we're all together, aren't we? Right, you know the drill. We start this show with a hell yeah. So if you're looking forward to this show, get your hell yeah in the comments. Come on, we'll do our chats in a minute. Yeah, but I want to see that screen full of hell yes. I want to know you're in a mood for a chat tonight. It's Monday. We're starting a fresh week. That's it. Come on, my beautiful people. Come on, even you guys. I know you're just sorting your brew out and you're getting your paints out and that sort of stuff. Come on, it's 10 taps, 4 for the hell, 1 for the space, 4 for the yeah, 1 for return and put a smile on my face. So do it. That's better. I love it because there's loads of people who watch me who don't chat. Yeah, who just like me in the background and that sort of stuff whenever they're doing whatever it may be doing, fiddling on the desk or fiddling under the desk. I don't really mind. Actually, yeah, I do mind on that one. Depends on the gender. Actually, no. In a crisis, I don't care. As long as you're happy, you fill your boots. I don't mind. Whatever rocks your boat. Get a piece of cake, hell yes, I like that idea. Right. Wrong emotion. Right, listen, first off, let's be not wishing no one ill well in this chat. Okay, first off. Calm down, G-Man, any port in a storm. We may be having a pandemic, mate, but I'm not there yet. Right, let's do our normal thing that we normally do. Technical update. Yeah, we're still waiting for things to be delivered. We're still collecting for things. Yeah, we're on the batteries at the minute. We were up to, I think we have 130 left remaining. Yeah, before we can order it all. So I'm chuffed. Yeah, so we'll keep ticking at that. If you like this show, if you want to support it, if you want to throw a few nuggets just as a one-off, links down below. Streamlabs will get you a shout out on the stream screen. Yeah, what you call it? PayPal will just go straight into my PayPal and I'll give you a shout out when I ultimately check my phone, when someone will remind me, because you know me. Yeah, and then of course there's Patreon if you want to if you want to just support the videos when we get back into doing that. At the minute I'm just taking Patreon over, you know what I mean? So there's nothing much coming to Patreon. In fact, there's nothing coming to Patreon for the next month or so. It's live stuff and getting us through this and getting me through this as well. Yeah. While I use this time to really step up everything behind the scenes. Now, check your phone, Mel. All right? Not yet. Let me tell you about my day first, okay? First off, I saw the kids today. Yeah, social distancing and all that sort of stuff, but I dropped off some Easter eggs and dropped off one for cares and, and it was nice, It's hard with not seeing them with that, with what's going on, but it was good, and I'm a happy Mel. Soul refed, you know what I mean? Yeah, so, on top of that, I had a cracking day in the studio, to be perfectly honest. Yeah, obviously, I was one of 3 people in the collective studios of 42 studios. Out of those, there was me and 2 other middle-aged blokes in. I'm not sure what that says. Yeah, but we were the only ones in. Obviously, we have our own studios, and so we don't really share a common space. Most people, other than the sinks and stuff like that, and being artists, yeah, they are uber paranoid about dying. Yeah, so they're cleaning everything. Yeah, and they're having like proper meetings about it and all this sort of stuff. Yeah, and I'm just like walking around like. At least we have tech to communicate with the world and loved ones. If it was 15 years ago, we wouldn't have. Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, and tech's helping a lot. Dan's saying, did those AdMech minis arrive at the studio for you? I haven't seen them as yet, mate. I was into today. Jace is in the chat. Hello, dude. Right. I don't see our cat, and this is second day running. Yeah, if we don't see her posted on Facebook in the next 24 hours or in the chat, yeah, let's reach out. We want Pammy. Stroke the panda. Right now, Pammy isn't actually behind me. Pammy's gone. Yeah. I saw this thing on Facebook. Yeah, and I don't know how true it is, but it said that people are putting, people are putting teddy bears in the window. Yeah, so when families go out for like a walk for exercise, the little children can go on a bear hunt. Yeah, and the moment I saw it on Facebook, it was like, all right, Pammy, time for you to go in the window. Oh, shut up, Jason Green. Now, I should say that the Royal Mail is under pressure at the moment, especially when it comes to parcels, because everyone's buying things online that they need, and thermometers and all sorts, and webcams and all that sort of stuff. So, you know, Dan, if it takes a little while, it wouldn't surprise me. Now, let me get Pammy. So that's our technical situation. We are raising for the batteries. We are 130 off, and the links are down below. I'll get Pammy from the window. She's not in the corner. So, folks, 'tis Pammy time. Pammy broke isolation and is running through the streets with a smug look on her face. It's not him. Corksy's saying his cushion arrived today. You got to, oh, nice one, dude. You got to post a picture to the Terrainiacs or to my Facebook page or something. I know I've got merch, but I still get really surprised when people send me photos and they're smiling wearing it. I don't actually think I've made a profit on merch yet because I keep commissioning Tanya to do drawings because I love the drawings too much. But I will at least I've got merch now. But seeing people wearing it, yeah. Mel's put a red light next to Pammy. Panda's got to earn money. I may be in Stoke, mate, but that's a different part of Stoke. Royal Mail emailed me to say they've reduced their collection and delivery services by 50% as only one post person can be in their vans at one time. Makes sense? People are waiting. I think we are going to be waiting, and I think guys, we're just going to have to roll with the flow on this one, to be perfectly honest, and there's nothing we can do about it. Yeah, and with no offence, they're shipping important things. They're shipping important letters. Yeah, there are people who are getting important supplies. So if my webcam takes a bit longer, I'm not going to bloody worry about that. It'll turn up. You know what I mean? Do you do a hoodie? If size, what size do they go up to? It depends where you're ordering from. The US, if you're ordering in the for the US, yeah, you'll be able to get larger sizes from the US fulfillment center. Also, it depends on what color you pick size wise with the merch. Yeah, so one color may only be available in a large, but if you try the other colors, they can be available into XXL and even larger, I think. Yeah, but it really depends what basic stock colors they have. Now, this isn't my merch. This is just a Primark special. But who cares as long as essentials are shipped promptly? Exactly. Yeah, sensible approach. UK, you should be. I think you can get XL in the UK, mate. Easy. Have to pay. Pandas don't make much in the red light district on account of eat, shoots and leaves. That should be pandas don't pay much in the red light district then, shouldn't it, really? Doesn't really work like that. From what I've heard. Wow, Australia, they've massively boosted their service for parcel delivery as they've had a 60% drop in letter postage. 3XL in a black hoodies UK. They are. 3XL is available in black if you're going for hoodies. Look for 8XL, mate. You could buy a blanket, dude, and make your own, but I think 8XL is pushing it. That makes you smile. It did, dude. It did, in all honesty. Bum bum tish. Why do I want to see a panda-themed chapter all of a sudden? Don't. I'll end up with a panda-themed kill team, won't I? Right. So let's have a little COVID chat while we've got Pammy out. Pammy, the pandemic panic panda. Okay, and we'll just do our normal thing. Now, I do have some PayPal to shout, so I'm going to do these now. I'm going to do this one now, it looks, and it's going to be from Dan Random because he said check your phone. Okay, perhaps it isn't from Dan. Burkhart, yes. He sent, I think, £8. Thank you, dude. I think that's it. Let me check now. I've got to check. Come on. Not that button. There's Aaron Humph. There's Aaron H. That's pending. Oh, PayPal, you're being stupid. I will check in a moment. Right, okay, so first obvious thing is Mr. Johnson, our Prime Minister, is in intensive care. Yeah, which means he will have been ventilated. They're not admitting to their time schedule with ventilation, but here's how ventilation works. A ventilator basically assists your lungs and takes the pressure off your lungs trying to breathe, and it forces oxygen in. It's a step up from a process which is called CPAP. CPAP is basically like this dome or like shell they put over your head where they blow constant air. So there's more of a higher pressure helping to inflate your lungs. A ventilator, they actually have to knock you out. Yeah, feed a tube down to you and let the machine do the breathing for you. Now, with ventilation, if you don't recover quickly with ventilation, then what basically happens is if you don't recover within a week or two, the chances of you ever recovering on a ventilator are very small. Yeah, so you can go on a ventilator for a short period of time while they treat your lungs. Yeah, but if they can't treat your lungs with antibiotics or anti-inflammatories in the case of asthma, then if they can't treat your lungs for the condition, the ventilator will only maintain you. Your lungs will always be in that condition. You will always need that ventilator. You will always be knocked out. And so, the choice is taken to remove you from the life support system. Okay? At the moment, 50-50 to come off a ventilator for COVID-19. Where are we getting that stat from? Sub-Commander. I mean, that's quite an important stat, so I'd like to know where that's come from. And if you say the Sun, I'm not buying it. If you say the World Health Organization or the CDC or something like that, Right. No worries, Dan. I actually have the one above CPAP, VPAP. It's a ventilator. Right. I haven't heard it. I mean, you've got to remember, guys, it's been 20 years since I was a physio, and I've only kept, I've not kept up with respiratory medicine, so I've only been having a delve in. So, I'm not a respiratory therapist, and I'm not up to speed on all the new developments and stuff like that. I've just got, a pretty good idea because I used to teach anatomy and physiology and pathology. C57's dense. 57. Mel, you need to put a pic in the book with Pammy somewhere in the background. No explanation, just a reminder of the times the book was published in. Jace, remember that. We'll speak to Dave about that. I think that's perfect. Yeah, I think that's 57 dent. That's a brilliant idea, and I'm going to do that, mate. Thank you. Belated hell yeah. Mark, pull up a chair. Come on in. The water's lovely. Right. So, yes. So, anyway, where were we? Ventilators, that sort of stuff, CPAP. So, if you've gone on a ventilator, you either recover quickly or you don't recover. Now, we're waiting on the percentage. I have heard that for our Nightingale military hospitals, they're expecting an 80% recovery rate. Yeah. I mean, it really depends on who they admit to the Nightingales, okay? And who they get issue do not treat orders to. Because to be perfectly honest, there will be people that they look at and go, right, even if we put these people on a ventilator, we're not going to be able to, we're not going to be able to recover them. So there's no point, putting them on a ventilator. That ventilator can be used to save someone else. Now, obviously, that's battlefield triage, and you won't get to that stage until you get to the stage where you get to a him or her situation. And we haven't reached that in the UK. Last press briefing, I heard we'd still got 40% capacity left in ICUs, and we're still scaling up. So, so that's going to be, you know what I mean? That's going to be quite important to see how that pans out. I mean, our tough week we think is going to be this week, and then hopefully we're going to come somewhere near the apex. My concern is we're behind Italy, by a couple of weeks, and they're not near the apex yet either. Right, Game Master, probably the best published info we have so far from the Intensive Care National Audit and Research Centre in the UK. Nice. Out of 165 patients admitted to ICUs, 48% died. Okay. Of the 98 patients who received advanced respiratory support, defined as invasive ventilation, a ventilator, BPAP or CPAP via endotracheal tube. That's one of those tubes that they put down into about there, and you got the little hole that they do the bagging off. Or extracorporeal respiratory support. That's the breathing lungs. So it sounds they've used bloody everything. Tracheostomy. Tracheostomy is generally where, if they'll go in here, this is your trachea. Now COVID beds to the throat and causes the throat to swell. In those situations, you can't get an airway down the throat. So there will have been a few people who have, early on, their throats will have really swollen up, and they will have had to basically put a cut in and deal with their airflow that way. 66% died. Right. So basically what we're saying is 66% of those, which is the 79 roughly. In fact, no, it's 100, so it'd be about 6. Thing is, those stats will also be tilted, because until we run out of ventilators and life-saving equipment, we will try to save everyone. Do you know what I mean? We will literally try to save everyone we can. And so we will be saving people who will ultimately die anyway. So that's why they're quite kilted. 80% of COVID recover at home. 1 in 6 need hospital as it's seen as severe reaction. Obviously, figures differ by country, as not all reporting is the same. That's something. I think one of the things for all of us in this is the fact that it's the different reporting. I think what we want to know is, look, what are the chances and how long is this going to go on for? Because it's uncertainty we don't like as people. Do you know what I mean? And that's why we like numbers and we like these chats about weeks, because it gives us an ability to say, all right, there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and roughly where is it? And right, what are my chances? What are my family's chances? Because, I mean, at the start of it, I was actually quite high risk. And as they've drilled down in this, my risk has dropped down, So, right, okay. Dr. Campbell from the UK is a good YouTube channel for daily reporting. Added Pammy to the book ideas in the test list notes. Brilliant. Thanks, Jace. Now, Just a quick one on the book. Today I've been manufacturing mistakes, and you wouldn't believe how hard it is to make a mistake on purpose and make it look like a mistake without it looking like a purposeful mistake. Yeah, it's just one of those things I've had to do. It's just been a bizarre day, but I've been in the studio pretty much most of the day. I got back, I thought I'd have a nice couple of relaxing hours, but by the time I'd done my running around and dropped Easter eggs off and stuff like that, it was like, right, okay, settle down for a couple of hours, have a bite to eat, get ready for the live show. It's 8:10. Run! Yeah, so, but, right, next bit of news. Obviously, our Prime Minister has gone into ICU. Obviously, we wish him well. Now, I would imagine whilst we have the kit, should he require ventilation for longer than a week, they will ventilate Boris for longer than a week. Just have one of the kids distract you. With regards to, I wish him well, as I wish everyone well. I know he's a politician, and we all know how I feel about politicians, like most of us. But he's what you call it. He's a human being. And he, he's part of my community and he's part of my country. And, I wish everyone well. Yeah. Wow, in Germany, they're looking at issuing immunity passports for those who have the virus and recovered. Yeah, we're looking to do the same thing here. Yeah, that's in discussion here as well. Yeah, basically so we could build up a herd immunity. A friend has just come out of ICU after being on a ventilator for 3 weeks, made a full recovery from COVID-19. Yeah, and I'm not saying it's not possible. Yeah, I'm just saying normally when you go on a now in the COVID-19 situation, I'm imagining everything is being done to save lives. Yeah, and based on that list of stats, it sounds they've got every breathing device out they can bloody get. To save lives. So I'm not going to say that, look, anything is fatal or final. Yeah, I'm just saying based on the standard medical information. At the minute, everyone is going overboard. Yeah, and rightly so, to save as many lives. How it is when we start getting the deaths increase. Yeah, because we're reaching that stage. We will be doubling rather soon into the 4 figures in the UK. On a positive note, he's lost a load of weight, which he's happy about. Do you know what? Perhaps this thing, it's weird, okay? You know how I've had problems with the black dog in the past? Well, I've been doing a lot of PMA stuff. Yeah, positive mental attitude. I haven't got PMS. Felt like it at times. But positive mental attitude, and I keep asking myself, not why has this happened to me, but why has this happened for me? Yeah? And do you know what I mean? And I just look at silver linings and I look at what I can do. And, that's all you can do. And it works for me. It has been working for me. I mean, this whole thing has been tough with the chest infection, getting myself back on my feet. Not seeing the kids as much as I'd like to, for good reason, but, it's hard. Yeah, but at the same time, it's like, all right, focus on yourself. You're in isolation, you're on your own, you've got no distractions. What are the things you want to get achieved? Yeah, we've got I've never been so regular on anything on the YouTube channel as we have with this live show. Yeah, and we've persisted through technical problems and we've had a good show and all that sort of stuff. Yeah. My technical stuff is improving as I do stuff. And there's other little bits with the channel that are going on in the background that you guys don't see. And I'm doing loads of the bitty jobs on the book and the stuff that I wanted to go back to and re-look at because it really wasn't as good as I wanted it because it was done in a stressful time. Yeah. And it's good. My weight and my health is going up. I'm feeling healthy. People are commenting that I'm looking healthier. Yeah. And to be perfectly honest, yeah, with regards to the stress of business administration, well, business administration, the entire world's gone on hold for the minute, so it's perfect. It's Monday. Given last week's Monday figures trebled by the Wednesday, our deaths and cases could once again be tripled by release today. Stay safe, stay indoors where possible, please. Yeah, it's hard, okay? And I know it is hard. Yeah, but we're on a train, you know? It's thundering. We ain't in control. Yeah, so just sit back, look at the scenery. Yeah, because... Whoa, Michael G, good to see you smile again. Keep calm and crack on. Nice one, mate. See that? Look how that puts a smile on my face. And he'll be drinking out of that. He will, won't he, Pam? Yes, he will. And I'm doing perfectly fine in isolation. Right. Positive attitude is the best thing for everyone in these circumstances. I thought weeks and months at home sounds like a perfect time to see what a beard comes out like. Nothing like a global pandemic to help push professionalism. No, I just see it as a good time. I see it as a good time to, you know, reflect, slow down on life a little, focus on what's important. And I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the terrain and that sort of stuff. It's good to get back to it and really get into it. He'll be drinking out of it until he dips his paintbrushes in it. Yes, he will. And there will be some overlap with that process. 57 Dents asking, is Fred doing okay in this pandemic? Yes, I spoke to him today. Yeah, they're doing well. They're sensible people and he was working from home anyway. And Michael saying, no, I won't. Got more painted in the last 2 weeks than in the last 3 months. So come on, folks. Before we wrap up the whatchamacallit, because there's not much to say other than we're on the train and we're riding it. Yeah. Come on. Yeah. What have you been your positives from this? Your personal positives. What have you got achieved? What's it improved for you these couple of weeks and that sort of stuff? For those, you know, who are in isolation and have had to sort of step back and that sort of stuff. I'm quite curious. So go on. Let's have a look at those in the comments. Right. And the comments have gone dead. Is this a... This is one of those... No, they aren't. Scratch Basin getting videos actually finished. Nice one, dude. I know the chore that is. Bruce is saying, finally finishing painting those hills yesterday. Nice. Dave's been working on his railway. Toot toot. Or I hope that's what he means. Either that or he's been really relaxed over these past 2 weeks. I find a really good YouTuber who streams every night. Joe. Michael's finished his Kill Team knits. Finally learned how to use weathering powders from Dan. Orksy's been watching old TT videos while I'm working from the sofa. Nice and relaxed. Not someone who is disabled and homebound. At times, best advice is break down tasks into weekly ones and not push through a couple of days. Yeah, take it easy. There it is. Right. Groundhog Day for me because I can't work due to back injuries. Gutter Allen, sorry about that. I fixed the kitchen tap that's been dripping for the last 2 months. Yeah, I've done a few jobs like that. Some positives is deliveries are becoming wider, which might, I hope, extend offerings to my takeaway at home. I like that. Learned to buy groceries in a more efficient manner. Painted way more than I did. I've done that as well. I've noticed my shopping's got a lot better. Yeah, a lot more waste, a lot less waste, should I say. Jimmy stopped treating his beard as soon as he went to lockdown. Going to see how long it gets until everything is back to normal. Then organise a sponsored beer shave for my, scroll back up, my beavers. Yeah, 6 to 8 year olds. That's brilliant. And I'll throw a tenner into that, dude. Yeah, I've got... Oh, someone anonymous. Oh, I like that look. She hasn't got the box on that. I do like that. I really like that mug. I like these illustrations that aren't in the box. You know what I mean? They look good on the mugs. We're liking that. Right. I got more mini painted in and train building. Got lots of Gloomhaven. Nice one. Yeah. Also attacked the backlog of stuff that's overwhelming for years. Joe's nailing through it. Wayne's, I finally got a proper start to painting my guard. Blood Brothers, I'm working on a demolisher right now. Tamsin, evening all, and hell yeah, late to the party, darling, but hell. Sorry, Mel, I'm falling asleep. Don't worry. To be truthful, I'm a bit tired. In all honesty, guys, I cut into the studio quite early on today, and I had a really good session. And it's the first time I've done a long day in the studio, yeah, and then got back and jumped straight on the live stream. So this is typically with the live streams, I've been taking it easy in the afternoons, and you know what I mean, pottering, doing little bits of work. So I'm a little bit more knackered than normal, to be perfectly honest. And it's not a COVID thing, it's just knackered. Also, I haven't had my tea yet. I just didn't have the time. So my belly's rumbling like you wouldn't believe, and I'm resisting the packet of biscuits that's sitting opposite the desk. But anyway, back to you. Right, Richard's saying I bought a house in the October where the garden was a mess. I actually had time to go out and chop it down. Nice one. Alex started his new Warhounds for AT. Nice one, dude. Alex C finished all my first terrain, a hill, now working on a small forest with your advice. Crack on, buddy. I've taken a more relaxed, James has taken a more relaxed attitude to working from home. I take regular breaks and generally don't worry about small things. Yeah, I did see something about this. And if you are working from home, yeah, there's a lot of people saying, you know, don't feel guilty about being not as productive as you were before. Focus on the important stuff. Let the little stuff pass. Yeah, we are in a crisis. And that's good advice for us all. Built a shed, load of hills and trees, and painted up loads of minis for Andy. John set up and had some video chat sessions with my friends. I've been doing that quite a bit as I've been partying along, to be perfectly honest. It's good to connect. Jason spring cleaned the house, got on top of the garden, cleaned out the study, so it's now the hobby room again, cleared out the shed, started building that huge pile of MDF terrain and buildings. Now you've got to understand, Jace went into Jace was due to come out of isolation, sort of just before just after lockdown came in. So Jace has been locked up a while. Paul's still working on his post-apoc terrain and rehashing my languages. Bit of language work, I like that. Jansen's working through 450 of 28mm Sarissa French houses. 450 of 28mm Sarissa French houses. No way I could work this fast if I was working normally and having to go out. 450? Dude. I hope that those houses are 28mm high and not 28mm scale. Right. Peter Bix has started painting all his Chaos Demons. I made a start on some... Michael's also made a start on some Alien Modular Terrain. Jace's been speaking to me a lot. The Blind Artist, out of gloss varnish, and while the government doesn't consider it, I do. Huntars. Finally finished painting the other Arse Wood Elf Blood Toll. Then a Slavenith army and completed the Blood Bowl Stadium. That's productive. You notice how you end up painting the other halves models? Not catching up on large terrain models. Dan Random spent several hours looking through some old grown up kids on YouTube. Trouble. Joe got D&D pals together for Roll20. We haven't played together for 17 years. That's really good, Joe. Gary, I'm getting cabin fever. I understand that. It's why I'm self-isolating in my studio as well. Yeah. Right, I've finished off my scout troops. Nice. Sorry, Mel, falling asleep. Have a good night and see you stream tomorrow. Also, hell yeah already. I get that. I do get that. Yeah. I got the mug because I love the graphic. The gaming. Nice one. Thank you, dude. Mel, buy one of your own mugs and replace the red one. I've got one of my own mugs there. But this goes with my kitchenware, and like I say, I was running around. But I keep telling, Jason, Dave, and everyone, we've got to get merch. So I am going to get myself some mugs and some merch, and I'm going to get a Mel cushion as well. I'm going to get a Pammy cushion. Not just because I want a cushion, because I'm conscious of how much time over these past couple of months I've spent in this chair. Mel's back is feeling it, to be truthful, especially after a day at the studio. Yeah, I've had to start working sitting down because the 2 office desks in there haven't been raised up to proper height yet. Right. Guys, just make sure you be careful and wipe down all your packages with antibacterial wipes when you receive them. Yes. Right. £450, not 450 houses. That makes more sense. Scratch building industrial style floor plan out of foam board for what? Yon? You can see it in the chat. Sorry, dude. Do you know what? I should put some time into learning how to pronounce these names. Shouldn't I? 5-7, my biggest project ever. The kids. Oh, God. Mazima came up. Zima? Maz, I'm going to call him. He came up with a joke. He was playing a game, and the deer was a centerpiece. And he turned to his son. He says, What does a deer name his son? Venison. That's awful. Usually in tutorial vids to put a small detail in 1/700 scale. Very nice and very small. Start my own new Orc army for AOS. Building while watching. Nice. Cleaned all my sorted my workspace. Painted most of my grandson's 40k miniatures. Started some terrain for him now. And 3D printed some sorted and running properly again. Nice! You need a good chair list. Put it on the list. This is a good chair. I've just really hammered it over the past year. It was supposed to be a chair that was really good, but my ass is really, with all the writing and time I've spent. With so many terrain builders in lockdown, I hope our suppliers don't run out of materials. I heard B&Q is closing. Yeah, I'm so glad I stocked up before they did. I literally went in, got my filler, got my essential paints, picked up my PVA. I did get PVA, yeah. Cushions would be a good one, Mel. I've counted 5 moans about my back in the last few days. The cushions are there, mate. Jace will throw the link up for the merch. I'll throw it in the description of one of these shows. Yeah, but pillars are there. Definitely pillars are there. Oh, got the John wrong. He names his son Venison. Mazda Monday. Hey, Dave. Yeah, I've been trying to teach the kids to paint. It's not gone well. Tomorrow is a new day. We've all been there, dude. We've all been there. Don't stab the brush. Don't stab the brush. Or that moment when you walk in and you realise, no, they didn't clean the brush. Yeah, they know they should have cleaned the brush, but there is your brush coated from ferrule to in thick paint, and it's dried hard, and you're like, I'm going to peel that off and all the bristles are going to come with it. Hell yeah, Lurkers online. I like that real mech druid. I started my on-tabletop spring cleaning project tonight. Rangers of Shadow Deep with a 3D printed models, rivers and trees. Nice. Damn, the thought of running out supplies. Last night's airbrushing wouldn't have helped your ear. Calm down. Right. Best I found. Found some super glue. Now my isolation is easier to handle. True. There are no teddy bears. There is no Pammies on on Teespring. But there's Pammy merch. Right. Let's put Pammy up here. Because we've done our COVID chat, haven't we? Right. Is that Mel's new movie in Where Cushions Dare? I turned my back to help while the one and the other tried the dipping technique. We've all been there, buddy. We've all been there. I need to check that Rangers of Shadow Deep out. Right, very quickly, check the PayPals. Nah, there's none popped up, so I'm happy with that. Right. Oh, let's give it a good stretch. I've lost my magnets. I did have magnets, and I cannot find them anywhere. Which was kind of gutting because I was looking for magnets. Oh, let me stretch. Right. So it looks like we've all been productive little bees in in our isolation. Now I've got a couple of things that I want to glue. Yeah. But I need. What do we do? Do a glue? Do a blue? Do a glue with blue? What do we do? I don't know. Lost in JR Monopoly. I don't know, actually. I need to glue that tower, and we need to glue that, so let's do that. In fact, I also need to prep it with green stuff, so that's the perfect job. I may not know where my magnets are right now, but they will turn up when I have a search, and when I find them, I'll be able to do what I need to do. Are they in that box? They could be. Let's have a look after we've done some drilling. Well, we don't need the drilling yet. Oh, pardon me. Right. Which way are we going? We want it that way. So, first task, clippers on that. You muppet, you haven't taken them to the studio, have you? Really boaster colour. You that thick? And you've taken your really fake. Oh no, they're there. That's all right. But I have taken my favourite yellow knife. Yeah. So let's go down to a desk shot. This is my face. This is my desk. Right. There we go. There we are. So as we know, we've got Phallicus reactors number 1. Yeah, and what we're looking at is, because I'm building up escalators and stuff on it, the escalator structure will be taller than the actual industrial structure. And I don't like that. I like the idea of my chimneys going up into the sky, not my elevator being above my chimney. Yeah, and so I've decided we need a couple extra inches. So we're extending it by... We're throwing in an easy, watch an extra 6 inches on it. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be dead easy. We're just going to clap this, bang, 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 and done. If only life was so simple. Those magnets will turn up just after you order a new batch. That's how it always works. I know. The good, the bad, and the panda. Right, so I just need to clip this off so this will sit properly. And all I'm doing is, it's got these sort of lugs, but they extend from the base. I need this to sit properly. Oh, great plastic hoarder. Great work, Mel. Keep cracking on. Thank you, buddy. Right, we're down to 120 on my batteries and the wireless mic set. Because it's the batteries and the... Is it the batteries and the wireless? Yeah, it's the batteries and the wireless mic set. Yeah, we've got enough for the We've got enough for the batteries. We're essentially just raising now for the wireless mics, which is 120. Wireless mics will be really handy for me because you know how I get up and move around from the desk. So when we start streaming from the studio, yeah, I'll be able to move around without thinking that I'm going to have a wide microphone that I'm going to pull, the cable on and bring a camera down, or something crashing because it's attached to me while I go running across to find some foam. So that's why we're going for that technical upgrade. Yeah, and we are currently 120 off. Yeah. Thank you, buddy. It is appreciated. And all the donations, unless you specifically say it's for drinking and for chillaxing money, or buying books for me, or unless you specifically tell me it's not for the technical stuff, any money donated in the stream and any money from the merch and that sort of stuff, once the line's in profit, go to upgrading this stream for you guys. Yeah. That was the promise the whole way along, and that's what we're sticking with. A fistful of cushions. Right, so my plan is, obviously I'm going to be extending the tower. Yeah? Let me get it. You see, this is where a wireless mic would be great, because I can continue talking because I'd be mic'd up, but I wouldn't be like attached by a lead. At the minute, it's just the road. But that's not going to work when we get to the studio. That's good for live shows. It's like something they'd make for a 70s sci-fi. Barbarella. No, that's enough. Right. I'm wondering if the YouTube chat has stopped, because it is about that time. Let me pop open YouTube and get you wonderful people on there. Perfect. Yeah, I've lost the comments, so I have dragged them back. Let me just drag these comments and make sure I've not missed anyone important. Oh my God, you've come up with loads. Right, terrain building. Yes, terrain building. Some of this stuff, what you call it? I'm not reading. I'm glad the chat paused. You're filthy, all of you. Magnus from a Warfound fell behind my adjustable desk. Can't pull them off the metal legs in the space I have. Too strong. I need to move my table when I need them. So you've just got them stuck to your leg on your table. I'll just get one off there. Ollie's saying, how do you paint decorate your wire trees once you finish twisting them? There's a video in the hills, trees, and in the trees, bushes and foliage playlist, mate. A few cushions more. Right, one thing I did want to give a shout out. There's Mel getting us pulled from YouTube. I'm not getting us pulled from YouTube. Star Wars Attack of the Pandas. Right. All use fire extinguisher. Mel, what kind of knife do you like? X-Acto, retractable. I'm a fan of a retractable. So that means anyone who doesn't mention but commented is not important. Eh? No, more often it depends what bit of the screen I read first and whether I can pronounce your name. Right, so I'm back to clipping now. Obviously, yeah, this is gonna, I've got to lower it down because what you call it, here, let me hold it like that. Now, obviously, I've got to lower it down because of the camera height and everything. Now, the idea is that the elevator is going to come up to about this position. Yeah, I want it this higher. So what I've got is, I've got another reactor. Well, I've got this, wherever it is. Yeah, I've got this, but there's a gap on it. Yeah, and so I need to clip these bits down because what I want to do is I want to drop that on top. But now the idea is once I stick this on top of here, yeah, it's gonna come quite far up. I mean, just going from my legs. I mean, it's pretty much up to my chin already, you know. And what I don't want to do, yeah, is break the top and knock the end off, yeah, which is highly likely as you're playing around with it and moving it and that sort of stuff from place to place. So the battle plan is, yeah, I'm going to make this bit detachable so I can extend it whenever I need to extend it when we're playing, yeah, but when I want to put it away, I can take it off, yeah, and it's a lot easier to store this without it getting broken. So that's the battle plan. So obviously we've got to do some clipping. Right, so got that down. Is the chat stalled again? Oh no. There we are. Right, so now I want this, ideally for the magnets, we'd want this side. Yeah, but I want this hole at a certain position because I want it to be like an access monitoring port that someone has to access for the narrative of the piece. Yeah, so we're going to have to work with that. Yeah, which is not ideal. Yeah, but first what we want to do is check that that fits nice and glue that on. Where's my sticky? Right, so glue this up. Detachable via what are you going on about mine? Tell you what, you lot. You just amaze me at times. Either that or I've just been banned off YouTube for something. Right, so that one's on. Yeah. That looks quite sci-fi just in its own right. Yeah. But obviously we want to put that on there. Now if that's going there, then I've got to remember how this works. That will be on the opposite side, so the access was going to be up here. So I'm going to want that bit there. I'm going to want that pipe aligned with that side. Hey, Bandy? If I put it around on the inside of there, it'll be quicker. So, put this together. Mel, do some more detailing with plastic bits, thin pipes, etc. Yeah, that's all on the cards, mate. All on the cards. Yeah, we're just working on the basic assemblies and the basic substructures at the minute. But I intend to fully greebly it up. Maximum greebliness. Have you ever used emulsion glitter additives as an additive to snow and flock to give a glint effect? No, I haven't. I normally use like a satin varnish. Yeah, but I can see how glitter would work. I just... It's willow and glitter. Let's just say I've had enough glitter in my life and in my hair without bringing it purposely in my hobby room and my studios. It's bad enough that it's all over the place and I haven't even used it in my studios because of the willow. Yeah, so you know what I mean. Hair, shut up. Right, so I'm going to leave... Oh, that's bad. That's a poor put together, isn't it? I've got clamps. Are they not here? No, they're not here. We can fix that later. But that's a really bad join. Look at that for a join line. Bad Mel. Bad Mel. Actually, probably bad Corbin. But I could throw a bit of plastic glue on those and just clip them. So we can do that. Right. Next off, even though I don't know where my magnets are, the idea is, yeah, that this is getting attached onto this, okay? And so what we need to do is figure out where we're putting our magnets. Now, with regards to that, there's nowhere to put them. I mean, you could say, oh, you could drill into that rim, but ain't going to work. You're fired for that shoddy work. Oh, shut up. Yeah, but what I can do is I can mix up some green stuff. Yeah, I can wedge it into there. And once that's hard, I'll be able to drill into the green stuff to mount the magnet. Yeah, so that's the battle plan. I've just got to find my green stuff now. Come on, I know I brought that bloody home. This is one of the problems with splitting things between studio and work. With the studio and home, should I say, not studio and work. Right, not there, not there. Have I put them in these? No, they're just... I have a box of empty sprues. Just empty sprues. I have no idea why. It's a nice box, though. Right, let's try the... Oh, and that's something I wanted to say. I wanted to give a shout out to as well. And that is important. Bloody hell. Right, no, they're not in there. So I haven't got my green stuff either. For God's sake. Are they up there? Is it on there? Right, what about on there? No green stuff there. Just a lot of dust. Oh, pardon me. Right, yes, of course I will have left that in the studio because, you know, I don't need it here, do I? What's in this lot? Kill team stuff, but no magnets, alright. Nothing in that. Right. This is driving me nuts. Getting to a stage on something and going, I need that from the studio. Or being in the studio and going, that's at home. Oh. Ooh. No, they're not. They're in here. My magnets in here as well. No, can't see my magnets. And I know my drill's at work anyway, so we ain't going to be able to mount them. Oh yeah, we could, possibly. Depends if that's 3mm or not. Then again, I haven't got the magnets to mount them anyway, because I don't know where they are. No. But at least I can do my putty. So, let's putty it up. Super glue and hot glue, legit disaster. Oh god, yeah. The hot glue will vaporize the wet super glue. Yeah, it'll become a vapor and it will attach to anything that's got a mucus or moisture lining, like your eyes. Jesus, feels bitty as hell. Right, my green stuff ribbon. Well, a bit of it. I've got about 6 foot in the studio. Calm down, John. Right. So, I might as well chat with you while I'm doing this, hadn't I? Because we've all been here. Good morning from the end of the world. Luke from APS had a major CA glue reaction from the vapors. Do you know what? With no disrespect to Luke at all, but I think Luke has quite an allergic sort of physiology. Because I can remember he had a hell of a reaction from Milliput as well, didn't he? All round his face and stuff. Put some sprue on the bottom or a piece of metal. Of what? Right. Now here's a curious thing. How do you mix your green stuff? What's your technique? I mean, do you just squidge it together and keep squidging it together? The elevator piece. Put some sprue on the bottom, Mel, or... Yeah, I can do that. It means to use sprues to mount the magnets. Oh, this isn't for the elevator piece anyway. But I'm using green stuff. Pull, twist, squash. Roll between your thumb and finger. Just squish it, dip it in water before. Squish and fold. So Peter Pix is a folder. Yeah, I must admit, I'm a twister. In fact, yeah, let's change cam. Since we're going to do this. Yeah. Come on in. You might as well come a bit closer. Yeah, so, yeah, this is my wife. I get the wife to mix mine. Yeah, so, keep twisting it. Fold it. Twist it. You can actually start seeing the green come through as the blue and the yellow mix. Although it is a very greeny blue, it's a very greeny yellow anyway. I do the Japanese sword making technique. Fold it over and over and squish it and roll it out and fold it over. K-John's a twist and fold. God almighty, how much you plan to use? Oh, tons. In fact, I'm really wasteful with green stuff. It's because I've got like a 6 foot strip of it. I always work on the basis, just make sure you've got more than you need. Bit of squishing. It's got a lovely marbling effect, hasn't it, as you do this? And this is like one of those Facebook videos where everyone's watching like someone do something like really meticulous for ages. Right. We're getting green. It's getting greener. Question: how would I like to make frozen waterfalls like in Icy? Pour out acrylic, what you call it, acrylic water effect, striate it, yeah, or use a texture gel and striate the acrylic texture gel on it, cut it, then use it as a substructure, just fold it over, and then dry brush it with white. Frozen waterfalls are actually quite a lot like making normal waterfalls. They're just a little bit less clear. without the mist and stuff, but with a bit more white on them. It looks cold. Warmed up, it blends faster. I think you can put the heat into it, to be truthful. You just put the energy into it. I just find my inner Hulk and I go crazy on it without any plan whatsoever. Smash mix! Smash mix! Hulk smash! I have a massive batch of Play-Doh for my sister's kids. By the end, when I've mixed all the colours. My arms are aching, but I love it. Yeah, I know that one. I'm getting there. PVA and cotton wool for good water effects. It can do. It can. But it takes some dragging out to make it look good. I'm quite gutted, yeah, that I haven't got my magnets. But then again, I can't do anything until these cure anyway. So, now, SJ, hi Amal, hope you're doing well. Be safe, keep it up. No worries, mate. Oh my gosh, I'm bloody knackered. Today's taking it out of me. I haven't stopped all day. I've enjoyed it, to be truthful. I think I tried to do too much. Yeah. And so, easy night tonight, I think. Take it leisurely. Early night. Then get back in the studio tomorrow for some more building and get my drills and find my bloody magnets. Right. It's the green stuff mixing Mel. It is. Right. That's mixed good enough for me. Yeah. It's not a uniform. You can see it's got some sort of variations. Don't care. It'll do at this stage. Yeah. So. Depends on the size of the hot glue. Right. Right. Everyone's answering the waterfall question. Very good. Right. I want to put this on here now. Only one blob there. What I'm doing, yeah, is basically putting this in and pushing it against against the side, so it's anchored in. You see how it's pushed in? Now I've got my finger and I've got it just in the hole, and I've wiggled it in just to hit that spot. Yeah. Now, got to do the same one with this one, but I've got to be more careful of this one now. Yeah, I want a reasonable amount sticking out. Oh, by the way, got my job back, working again on the 19th. We just cancelled the papers, and we just cancelled the papers I signed. Nice, great one, mate. I've always had a press mod of some random GW City Fight terrain, a wall or such, waiting. Any green stuff or milliput left over, I press into it and add to my rubble mix. That makes sense. That makes sense. In fact, I've got some of that over in in the studio, over in the kitchen. The Orogo. But this, I'm actually using all this. And it's not the most efficient way of doing it. I know. I don't care. Because I've got 6 foot of green stuff. So, yeah. Now, the next job is clearly, yeah, they are not flat. Yeah. As you can see. Yeah, they're bumpy. So we've got to make these flat. So I've got a flat surface to sit on the top of that. Yeah. So, wet my finger. Get a bit of saliva on it. Vaseline works well. Yeah, but saliva will do in this situation. Then all I'm going to do, push it down. Yeah. And there you have it. Alright, there you are. Perfectly flat. Okay. And once they're cured, let me pull this up a bit. Once they're cured, yeah, we'll be able to drill into those. Come on, focus on it for God's sake. There you are. And as you can see, yeah, perfectly flat now. So once they're cured, we'll be able to drop this straight into this, and it sits quite nicely at the moment. Yeah, and I'll be able to take it off whenever I want without any problems. One thing I do want, we've just got a little bit of over on the edges. Yeah, so let's clean that off. Yeah, and same there. Yeah, and that's just so we get a really good fit. Let's re-wet it. There we go. Perfect. Yeah. And then that will go on there, which will go somewhere. It'll go that way, won't it? Which I'm quite happy with. And then all we'll have to do is mount the magnets into that piece. We're going to have to mix some more green stuff, aren't we? And throw it in there. Yes, we are. So I'm not going to need anywhere near that much. So let's cut a little bit off. So I need to put a little bit of green stuff in the top of this for mounting the watch gullets as well. Mounting the magnets in. I mean, what I want is it's going to get knocked, so it is going to get cut and that sort of stuff. And so if I magnetize it, probably the most unsanitary thing you want to do if you want to resell it. I don't. Secondly, it doesn't matter if I lick it now. I'm going to paint it. So actually, it isn't unsanitary, is it? What's the green stuff in there for again? To mount magnets into. To give me a good solid surface once it's cured to mount magnets. So back to mixing, and this will give us it'll increase its market value. Lick the paint, it'll increase the market value tenfold. Dude. Dude, don't. Right, put that there. Mel, what's a good hot wire cutter? 6 foot Fenris Cliffs. I like the stuff from Hot Wire Foam Factory, to be truthful. Yeah, I like those tools. No worries, Gabrielle. Now we're going straight to the squidge and smish and smashing it together. Smearing it seems to work really well. Only for buyers who want to clone, Mel. Why would you want a clone of me? God help you. And once again, I've clearly, put way too much on it. But it doesn't matter. Because Mel's a man with a plan. Normally I'd probably just use milliput for this. But guess what I don't have at home? What happened to Mel 2? We don't know. Fake Mel disappeared. I find it bizarre that there was someone out there selling their terrain pretending to be me. I possess the DNA of Melvin Bose. With an ovarian donator, I could clone my own Melvin Bose. Right. I want to give a quick shout out actually while I do this. Yeah. I want to give a quick shout out to everyone at Army Painter and Army Painter themselves, to Bo Runs Company and Sven and all the guys there. I've always been a massive fan of Army Painter paints, but yeah, they announced something today which, just takes them to the next level. They've stopped manufacturing paints and they're working with the authorities to manufacture a hand sanitizer and put that in their bottles instead, and then they're giving it free to the local schools. So that's Army Painter, guys. Yeah. Massive shout out. Absolutely awesome move. Absolutely awesome move. Mel 2 went out of business. Oh God, people auctioning boggy tissues, for God's sake. Right, so we're going to need to come over here. Right, so going to need to, fill this gap in here. Yeah, so all I'm doing is literally gap filling. Doesn't have to be flat as such. In fact, I'll probably give it a sand or a file once it's done. Yeah, as long as it's solid enough for us to get a magnet in there, yeah, we're good. Right, so yeah, got it roughly filled. Wet it. Yeah. And there we go. Yeah. I don't want to green stuff my chair, do I? Now all I'm taking is I just want to take off the excess. The reason being, yeah, is I'll get a cleaner flush and it'll be quicker to actually clean up when it comes to standing. Now, once again, like I say, I don't need this gap completely filled and it doesn't need to look pretty. Yeah, I just need it filled enough to get some bloody magnets in it and I'll be happy. Once it's cured. And I've reordered the magnets. And what I've got to be very careful about is make sure I don't get any of this green stuff on the carpet. Otherwise, I'm in real trouble. He says there's a massive bit on the carpet just about to go under his foot. Yeah. Just using a blob of green stuff now just to take off any odd bits that I can't grab at. Yeah, and yeah. You gonna focus? Of course you're not. There you go. Right, next one. Smooth it out again. And that was the mic and the pop shield. Look, it's got one. Yeah, and as you can see, yeah, or hopefully, let me bring you around this way a bit. There you are. See, filled it nice and clean. It's not going to extend over. Yeah, which means if I pull that up to there, yeah, I don't want to really push this on because they'll stick together. Yeah, but with a little bit of sanding, that'll be fine. That'll be absolutely fine. Yeah, perfect. Mel is a happy bunny. So, let me go up. Face cam. Hello. So, yeah, where we are. We've done that. Yeah, we've done that. Fix that onto there. Yeah, and the idea will be as soon as that's cured, we will be able to basically put the magnets in and our extendable end will be detachable and magnetic. Yeah. So, very posh. Above all though, it's just going to make storing it a little bit easier. You know what I mean? I mean, it's bad enough how big it is anyway. If I'd put this on the top, putting it in boxes and stuff like that, yeah, would be an absolute nightmare. Absolute nightmare. Right. That is as much as I'm doing tonight, to be perfectly honest, because we're already coming up on 1/2 the hour. If I'm honest with you guys, I haven't had my tea and I'm starving. I am really hungry and I'm tired after today. So I'd rather not push it and just fanny about doing little bits and that sort of stuff. Yeah, I'd rather call it on a high note. Yeah, and see you tomorrow with more building. Once I've got my magnets and my drill and that sort of stuff, and we can do some more. Plus, I'll have a base for it so we can get it based. So there's quite a lot of stuff coming. Now, in the meantime, I hope you've had a good show, guys. You know how we finish this show. Yeah, it is coming up on 1/2 the hour. Yeah, it's only 10 taps. It's 4 for the hell, 1 for the space, 4 for the yeah, and 1 to put a smile on my face. Do it, guys. Yeah? Love it. Absolute love it. Yeah, now, yes, I will be back 9 o'clock. I will plan a little bit better and make sure I bring all the stuff back from the studio. Still got to get used to that dynamic a little, guys. Yeah, but I will be back tomorrow. We will be building some more. I will be hopefully drilling into that and that sort of stuff. So we'll take that to the next step. In the meantime, have a good one. I'll see you soon. Yeah? All the best. Ta-ra. And keep calm. Crack on.